Hi, everybody. I'm Molly from Projects by Molly. And this week, I'm going to walk you through a roles and responsibilities matrix that's available on my resource library website. If you have not picked up your copy yet, be sure to download it. I'll put a link in the show notes. You can get it at www.projectsbymolly.com/resource library. So grab a copy of the roles and responsibilities matrix, and then I'll show you how it works. So this is my roles and responsibilities matrix. Again, there are a couple of tabs. So I'm going to go through the example tab that has some data filled out on it, but there is a blank one for you to use called roles and responsibilities down here at the bottom of the screen. There's also one called lists, which has some of the behind the scenes magic on how I'm making it work. But I want to talk you through this example and also share a story. So this came out of some work that I was doing with a client who was really trying to get to the bottom of who should be doing what from a workflow perspective and sort of a team management perspective. So we put this together to give her a way to document whatever it was that needed to be measured. This happened to be a design firm. So for example, developing new relationships, writing copy for their marketing websites, proofing the copy for those websites, or ensuring that like additional requests that came up from a client got met. So the idea is then that you put the task in column A under cross-functional area. You could rename this, by the way, to be workflow or task or something like that, depending to suit your needs better. And then columns B through F are places for you to put different people, different teams, different departments. It could be pretty much any way you want to slice and dice it. But the idea is that every unique column here represents a person or a group that has a particular level of responsibility for a task. So the R, the responsibles here, this is building off of what you might hear called a RACI matrix. It's an acronym that stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. So responsible person or group, that would be somebody who is actually doing the work. So in this case, the design department would be responsible for writing the copy of a website, for example. The accountable, that is the person to whom you go when you need to escalate, or if something goes wrong and you need some help to resolve an issue. There is typically a best practice is that there's only one A or accountable person within a particular team. Now, I know in the real world that sometimes gets a little murky, but from a best practice perspective, we would recommend having only one person or group be accountable per task or line item here. The informed person, this is somebody who is told about a status update, for example, or something that's changed. A consulted person, on the other hand, that would be someone who you go to when you need input on a decision, or somebody who has some level of authority to help you make that decision. So somebody who you're going to take their opinion into consideration before you make the decision, rather than an informed party who is just told what the decision is thereafter. Now, of course, you could get fancy with this. You could have people who are both consulted and informed. You would just need to write over the way that I have this built in right now. But this is sort of the basic way that you can use this. And what I like about it is that it's really flexible and you can use it for a variety of purposes. You could use this within a team to divide out responsibilities very clearly between team members. Or you could use this cross-functionally like this company did so that you can help each department understand where and how they're going to work together and who is ultimately responsible for what. Thanks for joining me for this overview of the roles and responsibilities matrix. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give it a like on YouTube. You can also subscribe to my channel so that you get the latest and greatest. I'm also on LinkedIn, so please feel free to reach out and connect with me if this content is interesting or you've got an opinion that you'd like to share. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.